Everybody, 2020. I'm so excited for the new year. Again, you already know who I am, Tenai of The Tenai Show. I am here with a very special guest. You are my first interview of 2020.
Hey.
Yeah, so you should feel a little special.
Well, the first one got to, set it off, set it right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So if you don't recognize this face, ladies, especially, Ready to Love Season 2, right? Season 2. Amazing. How does it feel now to be done with the show? And I'm sure it was a little stressful and time consuming.
Very much stressful and time consuming. Feels good though. Got a lot of good feedback from a lot of different people, and it was a good experience overall.
Well, that's good. So how did it come about to even be on the show? Was there like a selection process, or were you handpicked?
I believe I was handpicked. They reached out to me, and so I still had to go through the entire process of auditioning and applying and all of that.
Okay.
But someone found me and asked me did I want to do this dating reality show.
Okay. Now, were you single at the time, or did you make yourself single to be on the show?
No, I was definitely single at the time. Yeah.
Okay. So were you ready to love? Like when you went on this show, like were you genuinely like, I'm open, I'm ready to love, I'm ready to receive?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know what to expect. Again, I've been in Atlanta for a long time, and I felt like I've seen all Atlanta had to offer when it comes to women, and here in Atlanta. And so I was a little skeptical because okay,
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna show me something different that I hadn't already seen.
Okay.
But I said I'm gonna be open minded and be open to the process and see what happens.
So what are some things that, I guess looking back now, that you're like, dang, I wish I would have did different? Or, is there any positives and negatives to your experience on the show?
It's a lot. I guess positives, I would definitely say I'm big on networking and building relationships. So I've met some great people on the show, and we formed bonds and things like that. Myself and Darren in particular, we started a fitness business together.
I saw that on Instagram.
So that's always definitely a positive. A negative, for me, I'm just, again, I don't like to do drama, especially when it comes to dating the opposite sex. That's one thing that'll definitely turn me off if I encounter someone who's combative. And so, I don't do that. I don't do well with all of the drama and arguments and things like that. So
As a lot of men don't.
I mean, this,
like that.
yeah.
That makes sense.
No, I mean, I get it. I understand that, sometimes, women are more emotional than men, and sometimes, your emotions take over. And I always say, we have to figure out a way to communicate our differences effectively, so that I can be receptive and you can be receptive. And so, that's the mark of a good relationship. If you can communicate and say, hey, I didn't like this when you did this, or this hurt me, or this frustrated me, what have you. And you can, come to an agreement and keep it moving,
Okay. So you did talk about some of the things that you don't like. What are some of the things that you look for, like, in a partner, when you're like, this is my ideal relationship or someone that I want to be with? What do you look for?
I definitely look for someone who's ambitious, who's driven, a go-getter. That's a very attractive trait to me. I also like a woman who's basically in tune with things outside of her normal everyday life. For example, if she's into volunteering or giving back, or donating her time this place, or doing things that will help empower or better the lives of someone that's less fortunate. So I definitely like that about a woman. Let's see, what else? I'm into fitness, so I love a woman that works out, takes care of herself, take care of her body, You know, so yeah, I mean, those are some of the things that I look for.
Okay, so you look very good for your age. You are 40. Okay, look very good for your age. So at 40, do you look at dating differently now? Because I know, like, as you get older, you kind of say, you know what, I don't have time to waste. You know, when I see these signs, I'm out. I don't even want to try and say, let's work it out. You know, do you date differently now?
Absolutely. And it's I think there's good and bad with that. And if I'm going to be 100% honest, you can become less patient as you get older, because you've seen it all. You feel like you've seen it all. You've done it all. And once you see something, a negative characteristic in somebody, you automatically probably shut down. Like, no, I ain't going to do it. I don't have time for it. It's a red flag. I'm out. And that's not necessarily always a good thing, because you know, that can be a good match for you if you don't take the time to really peel back the layers and I guess and see where is that coming from. So again, it's like you kind of have to coach yourself and be self-aware that, okay, I'm not perfect. So if I want somebody to accept my flaws, then I need to be able to be open-minded enough to at least see if I can accept some of theirs.
I like that. So I'm like, I wouldn't use the word selfish, but I'm like very territorial. So I don't know if I could do a show like that, because it's like, I don't know, like I really am. Like I'll be like, you know what? She looking at my man wrong. I'm just very territorial when it comes to like dating, and I'm like a relationship girl. I'm not like I want to date multiple people. So was it hard for you? I don't know what type of dater you are, or, you know, was this show hard for you to be able to have to say, dang, I need to talk to this one and talk to this one? And
no, it was difficult, because again, you know, these are women that are looking for something serious. And so it's different if you just playing the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I can just be out here and I can holler at this one, holler at that one, it's whatever. But, you know, if you're truly ready to love, then you have to really be focused and intentional. And so when you have 10 different women that you're trying to focus on and be intentional with, it could definitely be difficult. It's hard. It's definitely hard. And I think, you know, sometimes people didn't get to see a lot of, you know, my interactions with a lot of the women. I went on the most dates. I had the most connections out of all the guys. And so for me, you know, sometimes you tend to move a little slower when you have a lot on your plate, or when you have a lot to focus on, versus if you only have one or two, you can, you know, you can get it. But I think again that they really didn't get to see that from me.
I'm glad that you said that, because, you know, watching the show, I was like, all right, now Brent, he moving a little slow, but I get it now that you broke it down. We didn't see all of that. Right. You know, we didn't see all of that. We just saw what the TV showed us. So are you and Alexis, are y'all still dating together? I mean, I don't know. What's the status?
Well, we decided to go our separate ways. But, you know, I think Alexis is a wonderful woman. I think, you know, that, you know, there are plenty of men that'll be happy to have someone like her by their side. It just didn't work out for us. So, you know, I know she'll find somebody special, and I'm still looking for my special lady. So it is what it is.
So y'all heard what he said. Like, repeat that. He's single. He's single. Are you still open to dating, or are you taking a step back?
Yeah, I am hesitant because it was a lot. You know, going through the whole process of the show, and, you know, dealing with everything that comes with that was taxing. It was very exhausting, and so I'm kind of like, okay, I need to take a breath and really make sure that I'm still good. Make sure that I'm still ready to give when that person does come along. I'm still ready to give, you know, 100% effort, and not be tired and you know, being half-assed or whatever. So I don't know. I'm taking it day by day. I'm focusing on my businesses and my new ventures and things like that. And so we'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay. So the other things that you do have going on, I know you mentioned fitness. I love fitness too. I'm in the gym like 3-4 times a week, but I have a weakness to sweets, so I'm trying to get around that while, you know, working out. But I love fitness. Talk about all of the other stuff you have going on.
Yeah, so the fitness brand that I mentioned earlier with myself and Darren is called CFT, which stands for Celebrity Fit Tour. Okay. And our goal is to raise the awareness and help educate people about, you know, about fitness and living healthy, eating healthy. And the goal is to host events and go from city to city and you know, just make it more of a fun environment, not so much a serious workout regimen. You know, we want to have fun, but we also want to, you know, work out and be intentional with that, but we also want to have fun with it. So that's the plan with that. I also a lot of people don't know that, but I own group homes. So I work a lot with foster children and at-risk youth who are, you know, maybe in and out of juvenile and in and out of group homes or foster care and things like that. So my plan is to continue that work and expand it, and to, you know, be able to provide more services in terms of, you know, first and foremost, you know, therapeutic services to help, you know, rehabilitate them. But from there is teaching them how to life skills, and to be able to live a normal life and provide them with everything that they need to be successful. So that's another thing that I'm very passionate about. Also, I have a clothing brand. Okay. I'm into fashion, so that's another thing that one of my passions. So, I have a clothing brand called Ram Clothier, and it's actually available now. And so, but I haven't really launched it yet. But it is available. So I'm planning to do some campaigns and things like that to really get it out there. So, so that's another one of my ventures.
Look at you. Look at this catch over here, ladies. You got a lot going on. You a busy man. Definitely a busy man. Yeah. So plug your social media so that anyone watching this can follow you. My social media, my IG is at Brent Nashon, spelled Nahshon. Twitter, I think, is at the Brent Nashon. Facebook is Brent Nashon. So you just type that in, you should be able to find me. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Brent, for being on my first interview of 2020. Make sure y'all stay tuned. The Tenai Show.